Good morning. Welcome everybody to our morning devotion for this day, uh, this is today, the 10th of February. So glad to have you all participating and looking forward to hearing your thoughts and your reflections today as well. So to get started, let's start off by greeting our heavenly parents and true parents. So just join me with a bow. Good morning. Welcome, everybody, to our morning devotion for just a minute. Getting some feedback there. Okay. So let's start off with a bow to our heavenly parents and our true parents. Chanji, Chanju, Bumnimge, Kyungbe, Paro. And then let's recite the family pledge for today. Start off with Korean. Number 2. 찬일국 주인, 우리 가정은 참 사랑을 중심하고 하늘 부모님과 참 부모님을 모시어 천주의 대표적 가정이 되어 중심적 가정이 되어 가정에서는 효자, 국가에서는 충신, 세계에서는 성인, 천주에서는 성자의 가정의 도래를 완성할 것을 맹세하나이다. And in English, number 2. Our family, the owner of Chanilguk, pledges to represent and become central to heaven and earth by attending the heavenly parent and true parents. We pledge to perfect the dutiful family way of filial sons and daughters in our family, patriots in our nation, saints in the world, and divine sons and daughters in heaven and on earth by centering on true love. Thank you. So welcome, everybody. I'm Roger Weatherall here in Connecticut, your MC for the next few days. Give me a wave. Nice to see you all. Everybody feeling nice and alive today. So let's start off with just doing a few stretches this morning. Oh, sorry, forgot. We got to ask somebody to pray first. We have a prayer and then we do the stretches. Okay, so I'm going to ask Hans Moyer if you would offer a prayer for us this morning since you look nice and bright. If you could unmute yourself, Hans. Oh, let me try it.
There we
Try
go.
it. Got it.
Yeah, good morning, Roger. Please join me in the prayer. Yeah, it seems like we're really entering a new era, Heavenly Parent, and an era where we can, yeah, really be in touch and with our own hearts and with your presence in our hearts. Heavenly Parent, this is what we've been longing for, to come home, to not feel alone anymore, but to know that really you are with us, not only in our thoughts or in our feelings, but even preparing the environment for us. Each and every day is a wonderful opportunity to discover how we ourselves can embody the truth and the love that we are meant to very naturally embody each and every day. Heavenly Parent, please guide this morning's devotion. Fill us with, you know, the inspiration and the empowerment to make this day a victorious day, to contribute to the building of Chaniyaguk, the kingdom of heaven, right here on earth, within each one of our hearts. I pray these things in my name, Hans Moyer, from a Blessed Center family, attending the Holy Mother Han Aju.
Thank you, Hans. You did a good job on that one. I'm still having trouble getting that ending of the prayer figured out. So thank you. Didn't they just change it around too? So now it's the whole attending holy. Okay, we'll get it. We'll figure it out. So let's start off with some exercises today. Everybody move up onto the edge of your chair. Okay. None of this lying back. And then let's do some breathing. So you're going to put your arms out and you're going to raise your arms up. As you raise your arms, breathe in. And then bring your hands down and breathe out. Let's do that 5 times. Stretch it right out. Look up. Fill your lungs. 4, one more. Good work. Okay. Now raise your arms up and hold them out like this. And then you're going to twist your body. So keeping your bottom tilt to the right, the center to the left. And as you do, breathe in, out, in, out, in, one more. Okay, and now just make fists out of your hands, not really tight, just loose fists, and then just rotate your wrists. So go around 5 times this direction, and then you can move your whole arm a little bit if you like, and then reverse 5 times the other direction. 5. Okay. And now a little bit of a neck exercise. So just take your head and just forwards, just gently, don't force it, and then just move it a little bit side to side, and then back, and then do the same, and then up and forward again, back, and to the center, and then to the right side, to the left, back to the center. And then just take your hand and then just going to hold your head and then put pressure against your hand. So you're pulling your head back to the center using your neck muscles for 5 minutes, 5 seconds, and then release that and then use the other hand. And then we'll count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. Okay, and then let's just do a little bit of shoulder rolls. 1, 2, 3. And then the other way. Okay. And now just put your legs out in front of you. Can't really see this, and then just rotate your ankles a little bit. If you're standing, you can stand on one leg and do 1 foot at a time. Rotate your ankles, get your legs working. Okay. Everybody feeling alive? Have a little shake. Get yourself all alive. So we're ready for the day. So let's go into our breakout rooms now. And instead of just sharing about your gratitude points today, I like to do this with my kids. What did you learn in school today? Have you ever done that with your kids or had your parents do that? So we're going to do, what did you learn recently that really was kind of surprising for you? So I want you to share something that you learned. Maybe it's something about yourself or your family. My cat wants to say good morning this morning. This is Momo. Momo, hop off. Okay, so let's have breakout rooms and share, what did you learn today? Well, welcome back, everybody. I hope you had some interesting discussions and you might have learned something from somebody else today. So I learned something actually from Reverend Desmond Green, who shared some interesting insights. I'd like to welcome him up to share his thoughts with all of you. Desmond, are you able to unmute there? Thank you.
I just did.
Good.
Good morning.
Good morning.
My name is Heavenly Green, and I'm very thankful to God for giving me this opportunity to share my thoughts. This morning I engaged myself in the study of a speech entitled, "Why Do We Have to Go Through Hardships?" And if there's ever a time that our family is going through hardship, this is it. And Father spoke about, the significance of God created, the angels, and their job was to give praise to God while He was carrying out the creation, including Adam. They were to praise God, and God could receive stimulation through their praises and be energized to continue His work. So the relationship between God and angels is like a one-on-one up and down relationship on the vertical line. And also He created Adam in the same dynamic of, one-on-one, up and down. So if the archangel was standing in a vertical position, God could also stand in that same position. So it was very uneasy.
Mm.
But God actually wanted to bring that horizontal, that vertical experience, or to expand or to enlarge the vertical relationship on the horizontal plane. He needed to create the objective position to enlarge, this vertical love relationship. And that was the significance of creating Eve. So I don't want to take up too much time, but I'd like to ask you all to refer to the speech by the Reverend Sunbeam Moon entitled, "Why Do We Have to Go Through Hardships?" In that we can recognize the mission of Eve, and then we can see today that whether or not this it is in line with God's original plan, and not just the human understanding, but according to God's will.
Thank you.
So I thank you for giving me this chance. Thank you.
Thank you for sharing that. That's very insightful. And I feel like what you shared taught me that we really have to have open minds. We have to be willing to learn something new all the time, to expand our ability to understand God's providence and to understand who we are as people as well. So I'd like to pass it over to Reverend Greg Breland from Connecticut, who is going to share the message for today and his reflections. Greg?
Thank you, Roger. Good morning, everyone. Okay, this is a very interesting passage from True Mother's talk. Let me begin. What the Unification Church offers. The truth that God revealed to my husband is contained in the divine principle. Interpreting the history of humankind and the stories of the Bible from the providential viewpoint, the divine principle unlocks the answers to questions unsolved for thousands of years. Those who have sincerely studied its contents have found it to be a true gift from God, providing the solutions to the problems facing our society today. Even in the former communist Soviet Union, government leaders and thousands of young people have found their lives renewed through their studies of our teaching. known as Godism or headwind thought. Finally, free from the oppression of communist ideology, they are seeking spiritual truth to guide their nations. There are countless other testimonies to the power of the divine principle to give hope and new life to young people. Last year in Korea, we held a wedding celebration for 30,000 couples, all dedicating their lives to one another, to God, and to the world. In most families today, the parents cannot effectively guide their children, especially in such intimate matters as love and marriage. Yet my husband and I brought together young people from 131 nations and realized their most cherished dreams of love in a historic way. This was indeed a great miracle of the modern world. In the future, as people come to understand the value and quality of these precious families, millions who seek such marriages, through them, God can restore the family that Satan destroyed. Such restored, God-centered families are the very building blocks of an ideal nation and world. Through Mother Jahan Moon in Anthology 2. So actually, there's a lot to unpack here, but let me just begin with this. At the beginning of her talk, this passage, those who have sincerely studied its contents have found it to be a true gift from God, providing the solutions to the problems facing our society and world. In studying the divine principle, it's those words ring so true. And so I've often had the thought in teaching the divine principle or working with people as they're studying it, why can't they understand? Why do they have a problem with this? It's so logical, it's so clear, it just flows. Why can't they just jump on board right away? What's the problem? And then my next thought is often, well, Greg, how long did it take you? How long did it take you to get on board? The first time you hear it, did you drop everything and say, yeah, that's it, let's go? I wasn't one of those kind of people. I think it took me close to a year of not just studying. I mean, we got into arguments and discussions and what about this and what about that and even snide remarks. I remember one point going out with my drinking buddies and having a big chuckle about the Messiah coming from Korea. We thought that was the funniest thing ever. So when I think about my attitude and my shortcomings, I have to admit I'm somewhat ashamed about it now. But, God didn't give up on me. In fact, he made a personal visit to me. It really changed my life. So when one meets the living God, you really can't deny it. You're changed. You become a different person. And that's what happened to me. And it wasn't that I got any taller or I got any shorter. I changed my attitude. So the lesson for me through this experience is when people are rude or say they can't accept or the burden is really on me to really forgive them, love them, and not give up on them. I know my spiritual parent, true parents in God, did not give up on me. So how can I give up on them? The mother goes on to say about the 30,000 couple blessing in 1992, deciding their lives to dedicating their lives to one another. Oh, John Kirky wants to hear about their personal experience with God. Well, I had gone to a Children's Day celebration in Memphis, Tennessee with my spiritual parent. And they had us doing vows and saying pledges and singing songs, which was all really strange for me, but I just sort of went along with it. And then on the way back to Atlanta from Memphis, uh, Jack Hart, my spiritual father, said, well, why don't you just move into the center for a week? Which was completely out of the blue. I had no intent of moving into the center for a week, but he said, he mentioned it. So I said, okay, I'll do it. So I moved out of my apartment for a week and moved into the center. And the very first night, I decided to pray because I'd been praying all weekend, even though I didn't know what I was praying to. So my prayer was something like this: God, if you exist, and tell me if all of this stuff is true. You know, that I've been hearing the divine principle for several months now. So God lifted me up uh, and really sort of rocked me back and forth like a baby in his arms, and flashing lights went off. And I said, oh my gosh, this stuff is really true. So from that point on, instead of being snide and condescending, and being on the back row of the lecture, I went up to the front row and really listened really for the first time. And it made so much sense, I never turned back. So thank you, John, for that prompt. Just one last thing about the 1992 blessing, 30,000 couples. I remember the testimony that Bruce Grodner gave of Luan Rouse, the former ACLC director. When he went to I don't know if he went to this one, but when he went to the marriage blessing and saw all of these couples, especially young people, and people from different religions even, committing themselves to God and to each other, he was just blown away. And I think for him, that was really the turning point of his relationship with our movement. And since then, he's been a real help to God's providential timetable. The other thing that happened, I was there actually at that. I was the director of the science conference at the time. And we had something called the World Culture and Sports Festival, which was a conglomeration of sports, soccer games, and ping pong and relay races, mixed in with science conferences and media conferences and interreligious conferences. It was a real hodgepodge. Nobody could go and do everything. But I remember our sort of among the staff, I remember President Neil Salonen was there. There was this big discussion about, well, you know, we brought these scientists here for a science conference. Can we really invite them to the blessing? And there was back and forth, you know, well, we paid for their way, and well, you know, they didn't really come here for this. And so anyway, in the end, we just decided to invite them. And whether they came or not, it was really up to them. And surprise, I thought about half of them would come. You know, I'm kind of cynical type of person, but all of them came, and they all had a really great experience. So again, I can't let my horizontal thinking get in the way of God. So that's my thoughts for today. I appreciate everyone. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Greg, for sharing those thoughts. The thing that struck me was when you said, when someone meets the living God, they are changed. Okay. And I think all of us have had those experiences of meeting the living God. And that's changed us and brought us to this point where we are here today. But we need to keep having those experiences too. We need to really search after those. And we need to give those to others. We need to give them the chance to have those experiences and be changed and transformed themselves. So as we go into our breakout rooms now, I'd like to invite you to think about an experience of the living God that changed you and share that in your breakout rooms. So let's go to our breakout rooms.
Go to the breakout room.
Welcome back, everyone. So that was really interesting. I got to hear some experiences of God that people had, and it's really so inspiring when you hear those stories, right? Unfortunately, Sebastian didn't get to finish his testimony, so I want to hear the rest of that. Sebastian, could you unmute yourself and share your testimony with everybody about your experience of God?
Okay, finally, the host. Okay. Can you hear me okay now?
Yes, we can hear you. Yep.
I would like to ask the host to unmute us, please. It's always the same problem for the last 10 days. When we get on and rolling with the program, it's back and forth. So yes, I'm grateful for this experience that I had. I was just maybe a few weeks into my spiritual life, and I was really trying to reach a relationship with God, and I was kneeling in prayer. Must have been about 2 or 3 in the morning, and I was really battling it out and cursing Satan and trying to reach God through all the muck and the mire. And suddenly I realized everything from my waist down was asleep. My legs and everything was totally asleep. Well, I didn't stop. I just kept praying and praying and praying. And then suddenly this beautiful, warm, bright light washed over me. And my legs were just fine. And my whole body was awake, and it was just feeling free and mobile. It was like from 1 second to the next. My legs had fallen asleep before, and then they were woken up, and I stood up with no problem whatsoever. It was an amazing confirmation for me. It was a deeply spiritual, emotional experience for me. So I'll never forget it. And I'm grateful to our Heavenly Parents for giving me that experience. And I'm grateful also for Greg Breland sharing so honestly his experience with Jack Hart, and he knows why I'm saying that. God bless you, Greg. Thank you, everybody. God bless you.
Thank you. Thank you so much for sharing. I think when we hear other people's experience and their testimony, it really moves our hearts, right? So let's give others the chance to experience that as well. As we can teach the truth to people and they can understand it intellectually, but unless they really have that experience, that transformational experience of being touched by God's love, it doesn't really catch, it doesn't change their lives. So prayer and that kind of investment of heart in people is really what changes people's lives. So let's move on to our announcements for today. I'd like to invite up Pastor Takino to give us the announcements and then lead us in the Chuncheon prayer.
Please give me I need to show the announcement, but I can't. Koji or somebody, okay. Yeah, Koji or somebody take person. I need
you should be able to share screen.
I can't. Starting share screen will stop other participant computers.
Yes, you just click yes.
Okay. Okay, good morning. Happy Monday, February 10th. Okay, so 2025 motto. In the 13th year of Chonilguk, when we attend the Creator, Heavenly Parent, substantially, let us, the blessed families around the world, become true sons and daughters of Chonilguk who fulfill our responsibility as the chosen people in unity with true parents. So yesterday, New Jersey Family Church, we had a monthly Japanese Sunday service. And we also celebrate the 50th anniversary of the 1800 couple blessing. Congratulations, 1800 couple. And every day I mention, so this Sunday, maybe we have to check the weather forecast, but this Sunday, we will have February 16, we will have a holy wine, special grace holy wine ceremony. And now, starting last night, we had Pastor Naokimi actually officiated. We are actually watching the special grace 7 days devotion, guided by the Reverend Dunkley. So tonight we continue to watch the second day of the Reverend Dunkley's guidance based on the Champmoron. So please attend the Sunday 9 p.m. Second day. And I believe that recording, if you missed last night, I think you can get the recording. And also we have a Chonshin Won prayer, night prayer from 10 p.m. to 1 a.m. And we have please join to this line group, Chonshin Won line group, and this QR code, you can join to the Chonshin Won line group. And we continue Monday through Friday. We have a night prayer. And also Latino community, we have a workshop at the Clifton Church from 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. And the Ocean Church, this is February and March program, Ocean Tribe. And if you are, especially this is a technical tech support teaching, mechanical support teaching. You can register here, QR code. Okay, so I would like to invite a representative to prayer from New Jersey Chonshin Won Sprague's couple.
Okay, can you hear? Yes. Okay. I hope this is.
Yeah, we can hear you, Noriko-san.
Oh, okay. Okay. So let us pray. Dearest Heavenly Parents and our true parents, we are so grateful, and day by day passing, and we see that so many realization of the Chong-il-guk, and our true mother is preparing, and with all our brothers and sisters in the world, preparing, and this Chongwon-gun entrance ceremony on April 13th. The time is approaching, and so we are really striving to offer our Johnson, and especially this time, the True Mother are giving us this special grace time. We like to reflect, and we really want to welcome with the most, the best prepared that we could in our heart and our all the Johnson, through the Johnson. Thank you so much, and all your love and all your guidance. And we really want to be with you in every second, every day, and more things to come in the future, and realizing to everywhere in the world, and with our people in the world. So we really want to, our true mother, the Holy Mother hand, can be really known to all over the world. That time will come soon, and so we are striving and pledging and reflecting this time. And thank you so much, everything. And this new day, a beginning, and we started this new day of this with a devotion of the time. So with I pray everything with gratitude. In my name, Noricus Breakout Center family, attending Holy Mother hand. Adieu.
Let's have unison prayer together.
Yes, so grateful, and as True Mother mentioned that.
Thank you, Father, for your love. Thank you for sending us two parents, living in a very special time in human
devotion today, and
It's the time that we
lessons
can see
learned from
the
brothers and sisters,
we can see the true
parents,
Father,
Heaven and earth
true
and
mother's
humankind.
words.
Father is in heaven.
Thank you so much for
He
May
speaks.
the blessing of
Even though
today's
our true
couple
Father is in
and
heaven,
Thank you for your
he
protection.
never
truly a
rested.
miracle in
Been
himself,
working
and the miracle continues.
Thanking you
Never
for leading
slept.
us
transcending
The
all
Father
this.
is in
the path
heaven.
of
True parents,
righteousness.
true mother,
True
true
mother.
Holy Mother Han,
Being
many
our true
parents
mother.
continuing this
Coming
path
The
to
hand.
Here this morning
They
to
together
sake of
with
the
true
world,
Father,
indeed,
Father
because our
more,
been
movement
such
is
a
not
Mother hand,
love
to make even
not
this world would be
working
restored.
trying
the action of the
to
providence
Good that you
like
do.
profit.
That you have a vision for this
It
world.
is indeed
Yes.
profit
To
we are
to
being
make a
patient.
world of
will be realized on earth. Based on this,
To
or
open
absolute
mind in our
open
heart.
viewpoint
ready
in our
to
lives,
Fear,
and
fight
we get to experience you,
Father, we really want to
I
understand
experience you. I experience your love.
your
give
view.
yourself
Blessing
fully
be
fall upon it.
to the
Parents, thank you for your
to
guidance.
work with
Of
us.
the world.
our life and collaborate.
This week,
We make us
we have
anything like this.
All our brothers and
This
sisters
world.
partnership
We
with
can identify you, single and
really
separately.
want to
Bringing here it is
express
This time,
Reverend Lee,
the
heart
male
Reverend
completely
Emmanuel
cleansed.
parents.
from Imani with
We
we have
are
full
deep
well,
relationship
giving us
and
your
to
love,
see
giving us
with
your
them
Your
grace,
heart.
as a
giving
true
us
son and daughter.
with penetration.
nature, our heavenly Father,
Every
as
man,
well as
woman,
our heavenly
boy, and
Father.
girl in this congregation
In
here.
this world. We want to appreciate
As a
Pray for
true
the
mother,
wisdom.
blessings. We want to
and
appreciate them more.
Disciple.
The
all
grace
our brothers
Teachers
and
that
sisters,
we
just
generation to
identify
generation,
activate.
our true mother.
generation.
Each and
For
every
this
girl coming up again.
strength,
Not
Mind.
only
Because
this strong grace and
really
So,
grace
Heavenly
as an
Parent, please
original
guide
mind,
us.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you for your sincere prayers and your sincere heart and your work each and every day to attend God and our true parents. I pray that you can really enjoy this day and you can go forward with new energy and inspiration and hope. So thank you very much, everybody. Enjoy the day. Goodbye.
Bye-bye. God bless you. Goodbye.
Bless
Thank
all.
you for your hard
Good
work,
to
man.
see
You did so good
everybody.
today.
Have a great
Thank
day.
Johnny
you,
Yeah,
Roger.
good to see you, man.
Sebastian,
Good morning to you.
Johnny,
Have a
Misayo-san,
great day
Roger,
today. Have a happy Saturday.
Yoko-san,
Good.
Have a great day.
Good.
Kimi,
Reverend Good.
Hans,
Peter.
Broso.
Thank you. Peter Friend. Have a
Broso.
great
My
day.
brother, long
God
time
bless
no see,
you.
man.
Morning, sir.
Robert and Karen,
Yes.
and Marie.